Okay, we're good. We're in business. So let's go to the mat. My co-teacher is somewhere in the room. Hopefully she'll make an appearance. This is just nice to see the dog. And we start lying down on the mat. A blanket under your head. Not necessarily as a like a very thick pillow, but as a support, and also just so that your head is a little bit more lifted. That can also help a little bit better as we lie down here, especially if your lungs are feeling a little bit in this stress mode. And then I invite you to bend your knees and bring your feet a little bit wider than your hips. And so your knees are touching in the center for support. And a couple of options here. You can keep your hands on your body. You can open the arms out to the sides, or you can even bend the elbows. Okay, just notice that bending the elbows as if in a cactus shape or goalpost shape is going to open the chest, is going to feel a little bit more intense. But if it feels good in your body this today, then just you can bend the elbows. Otherwise, arms extended or really in any position because it's all optional. It's all optional today. We have that sale going on. And then wherever you are in whatever option you have chosen to begin the class, just take a moment to observe how your body feels right now. And notice it all, the good, the bad. We'll tend to put labels. Just notice how, and everything that is present, everything that you're bringing on the mat today, without the stories, without the memories. Just feel your body. Allow yourself to connect so deeply that you feel your organs, that you feel your bones, that you feel your muscles. And then connect even deeper to feel your emotions as they manifest as sensations in your body. Not to bring the stories that are associated with these emotions, but just to feel how this particular emotion is manifesting in your whole body. Of course, allow your body to relax if possible. Bring in as much relaxation as you can into your body right now. We'll have the whole class to soften. We're just starting to ground down. We'll add one more layer of awareness as now we start to observe the breath. Inhaling and exhaling if possible through the nose, if necessary through your mouth. And just follow this breath from beginning to end. Notice how it feels to breathe. Just observe, no judgment, no stories. We just want to be completely aware of how the breath is flowing through the body. Observe areas that may still feel tight, that may still be tense. Allowing the breath to access these areas. Let these areas relax just a little bit more. Your whole body relaxing about 30% more, but especially there where it feels tight and tense. And as you exhale, all you need is an intention that you would like to let this go. And imagine that the exhale is taking this tension or tightness away. Let go of negativity, judgment. Exhale them out. Let go of your day and everything that has happened up to this moment. Leaving the past in the past where it belongs. And let go of what's going to happen next. All your expectations for this day, your expectations for this class, your expectations or plans for this weekend. Let them go for now. They're not going anywhere. They'll still be there when this class is over. But for now, just focus on staying present with how your body is feeling, with how the breath is flowing. Just trying to not follow the stories of the mind. The thoughts are always there. Let the thoughts be there. But when the thought starts to become a story, a memory, a judgment, just come back to your breath and to your body. Today, since we're already in November and at the end of November, we celebrate giving thanks. I figure we would start bringing the idea of feeling gratitude, like planting the seed of gratitude in our bodies, in our minds, in our hearts. And I wanted to connect this with what we've been practicing in this last 2 weeks, which is peace. First, we learned that we are peace. Peace is with us, and we bring peace into the world. Then last week, we learned how to take care of our needs, the needs of the body, the needs of the mind, the needs of the heart, so that it can propitiate this environment for peace. And now, once we have that, once we have taken care of ourselves, then gratitude comes easier. When our bodies, when our minds, and when our hearts are at peace, gratitude, it's just easier. And today with gratitude, I just don't mean only gratitude for the bigger things, right? The things that seem to be obvious, gratitude for our families and gratitude for that we have a roof over our heads and clothes to cover us from the cold and food to bring nourishment to our bodies and our minds, but gratitude for the little things. So that's what we're going to focus today. Gratitude for the things that we do every day without even thinking about them, right? Washing the dishes. We wash the dishes, well, they're dirty, they need to be washed, but maybe feeling the water in our hands, can we feel gratitude for that moment? Because we're actually cleaning something that next time we need it, it will be clean, it won't be dirty. Or just gratitude for the sensation of water and soap in our hands, because we have that faculty to feel, I don't know, things like that we can just start to pay attention. And I'll talk more about this as class progresses. This is just a little introduction. So with that in mind, first we keep the breath balanced. By now, as you pay attention to the breath and the body, the breath finds its own balance. Maybe it feels a bit deeper, even if it's just a little bit deeper. But maybe it feels a little bit more towards the softer side. Maybe your body, through the breath, has found a little bit more softness and relaxation. Let's create an intention for this practice, and your intention can revolve around gratitude, but it doesn't have to. Right now, any intention that has more meaning for you is the right intention to create for this practice. This is your practice. I'm suggesting gratitude because that's what we are going to practice today, but it doesn't have to be that. And then an affirmation that I thought could be helpful for us would be gratitude grounds me into the present moment. We cannot feel gratitude in the past or in the future. We feel gratitude here. And the more gratitude you feel for the moment, the more you are present in the moment. So the affirmation, gratitude grounds me to the present moment. It could also be that gratitude grounds me in peace, because peace and gratitude are completely related. Every practice here on the mat is related. They don't happen just in a vacuum, they happen together. You may rest your hands softly on top of the heart, committing to your intention, committing to your breath, committing to staying present here in this moment, letting go of the past, letting go of the future. And then releasing your arms back down. Let's bring the arms out to the sides. If you were bending the elbows and that feels good in your body, you can keep the elbows bent. Okay? That's not necessary at this point. You may also just open the arms. The legs stay as they are. Let's move the legs side to side. There's no need to rush the movement, but you don't have to also go like super slow. If super slow feels good, then go for it. Otherwise, just controlled movement, okay? Not just moving side to side without even noticing, but a controlled movement. It doesn't have to match the breath, but the breath is flowing. Always going at your own capacity for breathing without straining, especially if your lungs don't feel very strong today. Just notice your breath. Oh, good teacher. And let's feel gratitude for the nourishment of the breath. Whether your breath is restricted right now or flowing, can you feel gratitude for your breath? Next time your legs are to the right side, let's stay here. Okay, good teacher needs to go. Your legs to the right, and maybe bringing your right foot on top of the left leg, on top of the left thigh. This is just optional, of course. If you needed a little bit more stretch, a little bit more sensation, your foot can come on top. And now we're not necessarily pressing the leg down, but the strength of the foot, if the foot is not strongly pressed or supported on the leg, it's going to slide out, right? So we're applying a little bit of effort, and that effort is pressing the leg down. Okay, so it doesn't have to be like a super big effort there. And then if there's no discomfort on your neck, you can gaze towards the left shoulder or left fingertips if your arms are extended. Gratitude for the breath that grounds you into the present moment, that brings the life force into every corner of your body. Every cell gets nourished by this breath. The breath that releases what no longer serves in our bodies. Let's feel gratitude for the breath, however that's happening for you right now. If your foot is on top of the leg, release the foot. And let's move the legs one more round, going left, going right. And then as your legs come back to the left side, we stay there. And maybe your left foot comes on top of the right leg. Maybe your gaze goes towards the right shoulder or right fingertips, according to the position of your arms. And again, just observe. It's all about awareness and observation of how we are feeling. And that's like a very Ayurvedic recipe for life, to just notice. When you eat something, how does that make you feel? When your body is in this position, how does that make you feel? How's the breath flowing here? I'll take one more breath here. And then if your foot is on top of the leg, return the foot back down and we move one more round, going right, going left, go at your own pace, and then back to center. Let's bring the right knee towards the chest. And then the left leg can be extended, or you can keep your left knee bent and your foot on the mat. Okay? Let's go for half happy baby. So you may hold the arch of your foot if that's available for you, or you can hold the ankle, the shin. You can even hold the back of the leg, bringing the knee down and out towards the weight. And it wants to reach the armpit. And then actively lift your foot up towards the ceiling. It doesn't have to be parallel. Maybe it's here, but let the foot be lifting. So there's that effort of the leg. Of course, applying the right amount of effort that is perfect for your body right now. And of course, be gentle. Just be gentle. We just started the practice. There's no need to go like mega deep. Mega deep. I probably made up that word. It sounded right in my head. Let's take a couple more breaths. We're still finding gratitude for the breath. We don't notice the breath when we're going through our days. But the breath is your best friend. It supports every moment of your life. So however the breath is flowing for you in this moment, just feel gratitude for it. Bring a little bit more love and kindness to your breath and to your lungs. Let's take one more inhale. And on the exhale, return your knee back to center. Let's switch sides. Left knee to chest, right leg down. Take your time. And then we go for half happy baby here. Notice your body in this shape. Notice the breath in this moment. What can you be grateful for right now? Maybe the sensation of the leg against the hip, right? The thigh against the hip, or the hip opening a little bit. Maybe the sensation of the breath as you send the breath towards areas of discomfort or resistance. Can you be just grateful for the sensation of this pose in your body? Whatever that feels like for you right now. No pain though, of course. We never allow pain in this practice. One more inhale. And exhale. Return your knee back to the chest. And then from here, I'll give you a choice. If it feels okay, both knees to chest. Otherwise, both knees bent but feet on the mat. We'll just move one more round, whether knees are up or feet are down. And then we roll to the side, any side. If you have the blanket under the head, well, you already have a pillow, but you can also use the bottom arm as a pillow for your head. Even if you have the blanket, like I realize this is still too low, so I need my arm. So, and then from here, without rushing, press yourself and let's come up, finding a comfortable seat. I invite you to sit on your blanket. If you know that sitting on the blanket is more comfortable, it helps you keep the spine longer without too much effort. Of course, the pelvis is in a better position when we sit on a blanket, not tilting forward or back, but a little bit more neutral. We'll be here a bit longer, so make yourself comfortable here. Bringing your fingertips down. Next time you inhale, let the arms come up. And on the exhale, lean to the right, bringing the right hand down. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bring your left hand down, lean left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lean to the right. And if you are watching the recording later, inhale back to center. It looks like I'm going the opposite side. Exhale, lean to the left. So just be aware of left and right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lean to the right. And now we hold it here for a moment. If you need more space, more support, a block under your hand. Okay? Observe the breath. Let the muscles of the ribs or in between the ribs be relaxed so that your breath can find more space, especially on this left side of the body that is stretching. But also see if you can find a little bit more space on this right side that is shortening as we hold this pose, this side stretch. Okay, so not just lengthening the left side, but also finding a little bit more space on the right side. One more breath. Next time you inhale, coming back to center, both arms reaching up. Exhale, left hand down, and we lean to the left. Breathe. One more breath. Next time you inhale, come back to center, and exhale, float the arms back down. Just like feathers, very softly, very slowly. Let's take a breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale softly. Inhale again, arms come up. Exhale, twist to the right. Both hands come down. We stay here, okay? We hold the pose now. Observe the breath, give the breath space. So even though the breath maybe feels a little bit challenged here, that you may be feeling a little bit of a challenge for the breath, let the breath be as deep as it can be here. So if it cannot be deep, then just come out of the pose a little bit, okay? Take that deep inhale and then maybe twisting again, okay? Or twisting deeper if you find that space. Inhale, come back to center, arms reaching up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center, arms reach up. Exhale, float the arms back down. Now, fingertips can stay on the mat or you can bring your hands on top of your legs. Let's just take care of the neck for a moment, rolling the head in one direction. Notice areas of tightness. Okay. We tend to hold a lot of tension on the neck and shoulders. So just observe how the neck feels. Notice areas that feel tighter, where you need to pay a little bit more attention. Next time your right ear is on top of the right shoulder, stay there. You may bring left fingertips down or both hands fingertips down if you needed that a little bit more stretch, a little bit more sensation. And also your right hand can go on top of the left temple or on top of the left ear. And we're not pressing the head down, the hand just rests there and gravity does the work. Breathe. If you have your hand on top of the head, release the hand and continue rolling the head, but this time go in the opposite direction. Be mindful. Observe how it feels. We're not trying to hurt ourselves, so go at your own capacity for this movement. And then when the left ear is on top of the left shoulder, let's stay there. If fingertips down is too much, keep your hands on the legs, okay? And if you need a little bit more, then the left hand can come on top of the right temple or the right ear. I'm not doing the ear because I have the earplugs there. Breathe. One more breath. If your hand is on top of the head, release and just roll the head down so your chin is towards the chest. Now, keeping the chin down, turn your gaze towards the right shoulder, so chin is towards the collarbone. Bring the chin back down to the chest, back to center. Keep it down and gaze towards the left shoulder. Return your chin back down to center. And then lift your chin just parallel to the mat and softly start to lift your gaze. We're not throwing the head back, just stretching the front of the neck a little bit. And then come back to center. Keeping your legs as they are. Take a deep inhale, arms reaching up. And on the exhale, bring your hands forward and just lean forward, fall forward any amount. At this point, I don't need the blanket anymore. So notice if you still need the props, okay? You can bring your forearms down if that's available for you. If you have the space, maybe your forehead comes on top of a block or on top of the mat. Meet yourself where you are, okay? Bringing the forehead down is not a requirement for this pose. But if it's there, if it's available, then you can, okay? One more breath. And then on the next inhale, start to walk your hands towards you to lift the chest, coming back to center. We're going to switch the cross of the legs, okay? So whatever front was in front or under is now on the other position. All right, this feels uncomfortable, of course. It feels really weird in my body, like, oh, I just don't like it. But inhale, there's no pain. It's just my mind. Arms, hands together, interlace the fingers, palms up. And exhale, start to come forward, release your hands and breathe. Observe discomfort, if there's any. The mind may not like this pose on this side, that's okay. Breathe. As long as there's no pain, okay? Never pain. Discomfort, please observe that. Make sure it's not leading to pain. One more breath. And now start to walk your hands towards you, lifting the chest. And let's transition to hands and knees. Let's do a sequence of, let's see, let's do, I can't remember what we did last week. Let's do cow and child's pose, okay? And then we stay in child's pose for a moment. I'll guide the movement a few rounds, and if, of course, if you just rather do child's and nothing else, please stay in child's pose. Inhale, lifting tailbone, lifting chest, gazing forward. Exhale, start to bring the tailbone forward, but then press the hands and send the hips down towards the heels. It may not be a complete child's pose, and that's okay. Inhale, coming forward, arching the spine into cow pose. Exhale, pressing back into child's pose. Inhale to cow. Exhale, child's pose. And continue this movement on your own, at your own pace, with your own breath. And every time you are in child's pose, press the belly button back to let all the air out, and then soften again to come into your cow pose. Notice this playfulness of the breath as you move your body. Inhaling, spreading and stretching the chest, filling it up with breath. Exhaling and maybe feeling that release on your back and on the belly as the breath comes out. Gratitude. Gratitude for your body, however is functioning right now. Gratitude that you have this body that allows you to experience the world. Gratitude for however this body is functioning for you today, whether it feels optimal, in optimal health, or not so much in this moment. Can you bring that love and that peace and that gratitude to your body as it is today? One more round and then stay in child's pose. We'll stay there for a few breaths. And in child's pose, your knees can be a little bit wide or a lot, however comfortable you feel in the pose, or they can stay together. I know that in my body, I cannot open my knees wider than the hips, otherwise it feels really bad on my hips, like my bones are touching. So it's just a anatomical way that my bones are made. So it feels better for me to keep my knees closer together. But if for you it feels good to open your knees a little bit wider, then go for that. And your belly has all the space that it needs to expand and contract softly. We'll just take a couple more breaths here. Can you feel the expansion of the back of your body as you breathe? Can you bring that softness to the front of the body? Every time we're in a forward fold, I invite you to experience that as you inhale. Let the upper back expand. Let the lungs get full to their capacity. And as you exhale, the front of the body that is a little bit compressed, let it soften. So your breath can also find space there. We'll do a couple more forward folds in the practice. I invite you to experience that. On your next inhale, for now, let's come back to hands and knees. Walk your hands just a few inches forward, and as you exhale, come all the way down onto the belly. We're going to keep the hands next to the rib cage. Roll the shoulders back and down and keep your elbows towards the waist. Inhale, start to lift the chest, but not necessarily pressing the hands, that the effort is on the arms, but really the hands are just resting there. And it's the effort of the front of the body and the back of the body that is lifting the chest. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale to lift, so it's not going to be a very high cobra, it's actually pretty low. Exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale. Let's stay here for the exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up, hands and knees. And exhale. Let's step the feet forward towards the top of the mat. Take your time. Step safely, mindfully, okay, slowly. There's no rush. And then we fall here, knees bent, even if just a little. Hands may reach all the way down, or you can hold the elbows. Let the crown of the head pull you down, upper body heavy. Even though the knees are bent, keep lifting the sitting bones. Press your feet down. Moving side to side if that feels good in your body, or staying still if that's like a better choice for you today. Just a couple more breaths. If you are moving side to side, come back to center. Release your hands down. Inhale, start to lift the upper body, unrolling the spine. Take your time, okay? There's no rush. Even though we're not necessarily like mega slow lifting, but also not really fast. Okay, so like a medium speed. Okay. Now we stand in mountain pose. Adjust your feet. My feet are a little bit closer together, but your feet may be wider apart, hip width apart, or even wider. Or you can bring your big toes to touch. The heels are slightly separated. Okay, these are all the options for your mountain pose. You choose what feels good for you. more or less the inner edge parallel, but if your feet are opening and that's what feels good, then that's okay. Lengthen the tailbone, roll the shoulders back, crown of the head softly pulling you up. Eyes may be opened or closed, but ground your gaze. And then observe. Notice stability and balance through your feet. How does it feel in your body right now? If your eyes are closed, and even if your eyes are open, maybe you notice that your body sways side to side, like almost imperceptibly. Just observe. And of course, let the breath flow. We're still breathing. We're still breathing. Let's flow with the breath. Just a few sun salutations, half sun salutations, and then we come back down onto the mat. Inhale, let the arms come up, palms together. If you feel balanced, go ahead and lift your gaze and maybe softly lean back. As you exhale, fall forward. Bend the knees if necessary. Reach your hands down, chin to chest. Sitting bones are lifting. Inhale, hands on shins. Lengthen the spine, gazing forward. Exhale, fold. Keep the spine long as you inhale. Come all the way up. Palms together. Maybe gazing up, maybe leaning back. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms go up. Feel free to go at your own pace. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last time, inhale, arms come up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's take a couple of breaths, mountain pose. Bring the breath back to balance. Again, inhaling deeply, exhaling softly. Without judging the breath, just feeling it, finding gratitude. Gratitude from the moment you open your eyes. Let your first thought be one of gratitude for a new day, whatever that day is going to bring for you. Just gratitude for one more day. And when you go to sleep, feel gratitude for your day. Whatever happened this day, feel gratitude for your interactions, for the love you shared, for the love that was shared with you. If there were moments of conflict or challenge, just appreciate your awareness of that. Being gratitude for your own practice that gets you through your day. Let's go all the way down to the mat. Inhale, arms come up. You may also go in your own transition or flow with me as you exhale, fall forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to step back. Plank pose. We just take one inhale in plank. And as you exhale, bring your knees down and let's transition to sit. Legs extended in front. Sit on a blanket if that is helpful for you. It's dry season, so my throat gets very dry. So I always have my warm tea so I can hydrate a little bit here. In Ayurveda, it's Vata season, and Vata is the energy of movement, and it's dry, and it's rough, and super mobile. So watch out for that energy in your body and in your mind. And do practices like this to ground you down. Let's take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, fall forward. Did I mention about the strap around your feet? I hopefully did. Otherwise, you can wrap the strap around if you're going to use the strap. If you can reach your feet, then you can go for your feet. You can also bend the knees and go for the feet or the ankles. What's important is the spine is long, right? We're not here trying to reach the feet with the spine all rounded. Okay? Spine long and then folding forward. Maybe holding ankles or shins or keeping your hands down on the mat if you need more space. You can use the blocks. Chin down, breathe. Notice the expansion of the back of the body. Bringing that softness to the front of the body. Relax your face, relax your jaw. Maybe finding gratitude for that nice cup of tea or coffee, whatever it is that you drink first thing in the morning. That makes you feel like, oh, this is so nice. Gratitude for the food that you're bringing into your body to nourish your body. Every tissue, every cell gets nourished with your food. So watch out for that. Just gratitude for the little things. Next time you inhale, start to slide your hands up the legs, coming back up. And let's lie down on the back once again. Like we started the practice, we end the practice, lying down. Gratitude is a practice, believe it or not. The more you are aware of things to be grateful for, the more that it gets established in your heart. It's just like peace and love and all these other things that we practice. The more you practice, the more it grows. The more you give, the more you receive. Okay? So just take that into account when you continue with your practice of peace and gratitude. Knees can stay bent, of course, feet on the mat, or knees to chest and maybe moving side to side. We started with a twist and we'll end with a twist. So, feet down, again, just like we started, actually. Feet a little bit wider than your hips, knees touching. Arms out to the sides. Maybe your elbows bent. If you started with the elbows bent, I recommend you also end with your elbows bent because I want you to notice, how does it feel now? Does it feel more open? Maybe a little bit less uncomfortable on your chest and on your shoulders, on your back. Of course, place a blanket under the head if you need that support. I seem to need that support today, so I'm gonna put my blanket. Again, it's not a pillow, okay? It's your support. So your shoulders are not on the blanket, okay? Okay. And then from here, move your legs side to side and just observe the breath expanding the chest. Focus on a spot right at the center of the chest, the spiritual heart. And this spot is three-dimensional. It's not just on the front, it's front, sides, and back, okay? But right now we're just focusing on the front part, which is the chest. So that as you inhale, that space expands a little bit. On your exhales, it softens a little bit more. And now next time your legs are to the right, keep your legs there. Maybe bring in the right foot on top of the left leg, so like I promised, like we started the practice. And then maybe your gaze goes towards the left shoulder. This is just to bring awareness. How does it feel when you start the practice? How does it feel when you end the practice? So that was my purpose in Bring in the same pose at the beginning and at the end. What can you feel? What is different? What is the same? Because we all experience this in different ways. Maybe for you, it's like, you're crazy. It feels the same way. So just observe. Keep breathing. One more breath. And if your foot is on top of the leg, release your foot down. We move one round. Legs go to the left and then back to the right. And then as the legs move to the left, we're going to keep them there. And the left foot may come on top of the right leg. And maybe your gaze goes towards the right shoulder. It's all about observation. It's all about awareness. And bring in that gratitude to take root into your heart. Today, just gratitude for the little things. Of course, bring gratitude for everything, big things, little things. But pay a little bit more attention to the little things, especially habitual things that make up your day that you do every day without even thinking. Like making your lunch, right? You're not thinking, it's like, oh, I'm hungry, I'm going to make the lunch. But maybe feeling gratitude for every ingredient that goes into your lunch. If your foot is on top of the leg, return your foot back down. We move the legs again, one more round. And then optional, you can keep moving with your feet down, or you can bring your knees to the chest and move in that way. And if you do that, maybe then you hold your knees. It may feel a little bit more stable. And now we are going to prepare for our final resting pose. Let's prepare for Shavasana today. Your legs can be extended, or you can keep your knees bent. Be warm, so put your socks on, or your sweater, or cover yourself with a blanket, add a pillow for your head. But again, not like a pillow, like your head is lifted in this way, just slightly supported, maybe a little bit lifted, but still your chin is not coming completely down towards the chest. That's what I mean. You may also place cushions or blankets under your knees if you have a bolster. Just keep your heels grounded. Shoulder blades pressing down. And if you don't have a blanket under the head, then your chin softly comes towards the chest. Consciously relax every part of your body, from your toes all the way to the crown of the head. Allow the front of the body to be soft, melting down towards the back of the body. Observe the support of the ground beneath you and allow the back of the body to be so soft that it melts down towards the mat. Relax your face, relax your jaw, unclench your teeth. Let your eyes be soft, whether they are opened or closed. You don't have to control the breath anymore. Let the breath be exactly as it is. And allow your body to rest for a moment. I will let you know when it's time to come back here. It is time to bring your awareness back to the body, back to the breath. You may start adding movement in your toes, in your fingers, maybe your ankles and your wrists, maybe your legs and your arms, or stretching your body. Any movement that feels good for you right now, just go for it. When you feel ready, bend your knees to chest or feet on mat, and let's roll to the side. Again, maybe making a pillow with your bottom arm. When you feel ready, press yourself, come back up, and find a comfortable seat. So this week, do your practice of gratitude, your practice of peace, and practice feeling gratitude for everything you're doing, switching your negative thoughts for kinder ones, and gratitude for everyone around you, every interaction, every sensation. Notice what happens when you bring an attitude of gratitude into your life. You may bring your hands together at the heart center. You may lower your chin down. May all beings be happy and free from suffering. And may all our thoughts, words, and actions contribute in any way to the happiness and freedom of all beings. Thank you very much for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. In gratitude, I bow to you. Thank you.